Welcome back to Not the Right. I'm Natasha, and today we're digging into a transformation that most Americans can't ignore. Once hailed as the party of fiscal responsibility, the Republican Party now faces a tidal wave of controversy, not for balancing budgets, but for blocking the truth about one of the most notorious criminal scandals of our time, Jeffrey Epstein and the refusal to let survivors be heard in Congress. Let's rewind. The Republican brand used to mean balanced budgets, shrinking deficits, and pledges of financial transparency. In reality, even conservative think tanks admit their fiscal responsibility claim hasn't held up for decades, thanks to exploding deficits and tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy. But as their priorities shifted, so too did their willingness to tackle uncomfortable truths. Fast forward to today. Now, the party finds itself in the crosshairs of public outrage, not just for financial hypocrisy, but for actively stifling justice for survivors of sexual exploitation. Here's what's going on. Survivors of Epstein's abuse have been rallying Congress to force the release of key files. Why? Because many believe the truth is being hidden to protect influential figures, and that justice hinges on transparency, not secrecy. Yet, Republican leadership has done everything possible to avoid a full, public airing of the Epstein files. Despite a bipartisan discharge petition, where even some GOP rebels joined Democrats, the party's leaders urged their members to steer clear. When victims came to speak on Capitol Hill, GOP leadership dismissed efforts to allow testimony or public hearings, claiming it would hurt victims, a stance that survivors themselves have called out as self-serving and tone-deaf. The files that were released, over 33,000 pages, but so heavily redacted they amounted to little more than a cover-up, according to both Republicans and Democrats pushing for real change. Let's be real. When a party once proud of rooting out waste now roots out the voices of the abused, something fundamental is broken. The victims' voices have been minimized at every turn, their testimony denied a public platform, all while the leadership circles wagons around their own. Justice, transparency, and accountability, values that should be bipartisan, get tossed aside for political convenience. Is this who we are? Is this what we've come to accept from the party that once claimed the moral and financial high ground? Can any party claim to stand for families and children while blocking the full truth about exploitation from coming to light? Sound off below. Do you believe the Republican Party can reclaim its conscience, or has it lost its claim to fiscal and moral responsibility forever? Let's talk about it. I'm Natasha, and this has been Not the Right.